Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this lecture of Python, we will be dealing with the functions, and this is the 8th lecture of the functions. In this lecture of functions, we will be dealing with the list, tuples and dictionary. That is, we learn how a tuple is returned from a function, how a list is sent to a function and how a function returns a list, how a dictionary is sent and how a dictionary is returned by a function. We will be also learning how a list is passed to a function and how the function returns a dictionary in return. There's one very popular question asked in interviews and exams. That is, find out the frequency of each word in a sentence. So we'll be doing it through functions. Because we'll be doing everything practically, let's move on to the computer. In this lecture, we'll be learning how to pass tuples, how to send lists to a function, how to return a list from a function, how to pass and return dictionary from a function. And we'll be doing everything practically. For example, this is the program where we'll be sending list to a function and the function will be returning frequency of every list item in the form of a dictionary. See, let us run this. John has occurred 1 time, Kelly has occurred 2 times. So the function is returning the frequency of every word in the form of a dictionary, right? We'll be understanding everything practically. So watch the video up till the end. Let us start. So first program is this one. See, this program is returning a tuple. Now, I hope that you've seen my earlier lectures like lecture number 10. It was explaining what are lists. 11th lecture was on strings. Lecture 12 was based on tuple. Lecture 13 was on dictionary. I hope that you've seen those lectures. Those lectures were explaining the concept without using functions. This lecture is based on how to pass list, tuples and dictionary to function and how does a function returns them, right? So it will be better if you see those lectures. I am providing you the link for those videos in the description box. Okay, so this is a tuple. Recall that tuple is a list of elements enclosed in parentheses. List has elements enclosed in square brackets and dictionary has elements enclosed in curly braces, right? Here, we'll start from the main function. You are invoking the display function, right? And whatever the function returns will be assigned to the variable on the left, that is to the food tuple. So control will jump to the display function. It is asking you to enter a food item. Suppose I enter pizza. Input takes everything in the string format. So pizza in the string form will be assigned to this variable food and the price. Suppose I enter 60. 60 again in string format will be first typecasted to integer. This int is converting the string into integer and will be assigned to this price variable. So the price is an integer variable. Now this is return. See, this is the main thing here. Return. And you are returning 2 things. That is for sure that you will be asked how more than one value can be returned by a function in Python. So this is how 2 values can be returned. You can return as many number of values you want to the main function separated by comma, right? And we'll be just seeing how to send a collection of items in the form of list. We'll be just seeing it soon, okay? So this function is returning 2 values, food and price, and obviously these 2 values will be assigned to this food tuple variable. So food tuple is a tuple now. It has 2 things, that is pizza and its price in the form of a tuple. And you are displaying it here. See, the food in the tuple is, and you'll get both the things, pizza and its value enclosed in parentheses, which confirms that a tuple is returned. You can also do one thing. Because this function is returning 2 values, while receiving also, on the left hand side you can mention 2 variables. Now see, the pizza will be assigned to the food item variable. Now this is no more a tuple, it's a simple variable. And the price of the pizza, that is 60, will be assigned to this rate variable. Now you are displaying food item, pizza, and the price is 60. So indirectly what I mean to say, if a function is returning more than one item, you can receive those values in the separate variables or you can receive them in a single variable which is known as a tuple, right? So let us run this program. We'll copy it. We'll paste it in spider ID, run it, enter food item. I'll make the things easy. I'll enter pizza only. Amount say 60. Food in the tuple are pizza and 60. See, this parenthesis confirm that this is a tuple. Now I'll comment out this 2 lines, uncomment these 2 lines. That means receiving 2 values returned by the function in 2 variables separately. Again I am running it. The first item I enter is hot dog and the value is say 15 bucks, 15 rupees. Hot dog price is 15. Can you see it? Now these are 2 variables which are receiving the item received by the function. In this program, we will understand how a list is passed to a function. This is a list. See, it has items enclosed in the square brackets, and it has several items like pizza, hot dog, burger and fries. You are invoking this items function and you are passing this food, that is list, as argument. This food will be assigned to this menu parameter. You will get the message on the screen, food items are, and here for displaying the list items we are using the for loop with the in keyword. What does this in keyword do? All the list items which are in menu parameter, one by one will be assigned to this variable n. It can be any variable, right? Like first list element, pizza will be assigned to this variable n. For loop will be executed, that is pizza will be displayed on the screen. In the next iteration, next list element will be assigned to the variable n. Again the for loop will be executed. So one by one all the list elements will be assigned to this variable on the left, that is n, and the for loop will be executed, and the for loop will be automatically terminated when all the list items are done. Got it? So let's copy this and run it in Spider. Delete it and paste it. See, food items are, you got it, all the values. In this program we learned how to pass a list to a function. Here we'll understand how a function returns a list, right? So we'll start from the main function. You're invoking the create list function, and whatever this function will return will be assigned to the variable on the left, food. Okay, so we'll jump to the create list function. By these empty square brackets, you are defining this food list as an empty list, right? So food list is an empty list now. On the screen you will get it, how many items are there. Basically you are doing what? You are creating a list in a function, and that created list will be returned to the main function. And what is this list consisting of? You are asking the user to enter the items for the list. Okay, so you are asking how many items are there. To make it easy, I'll enter 3. That value 3 in integer form will be assigned to the variable n. On the screen you get a message, enter 3 items. This for loop will go from 0 till 3. 3 is exclusive. So the value of I will be 0, 1 and 2. The for loop will terminate when the value of I will become 3. Okay. By input function, user will be asked to enter values one by one, and every value entered by the user will be assigned to the variable item. Suppose I enter pizza first, right? So pizza will be assigned to this item variable. This append function will add the pizza to the food list, right? So append means add at the end. So the loop will run for 3 times. Every time it will ask the user to enter something, and that value will be appended to the list, food list. And when the for loop will get over, control will come over to this return statement. It will return the food list with whatever number of elements are there to the main function, and which will be assigned to this food variable. That also means that food is nothing but a list now. And on the screen you get message, items in the list are. Using this for loop you are displaying all the list items which were entered by the user. Okay, so this is how a list is returned by the function. Let's copy it, paste it in the Spider IDE. I'm running it. How many items are there? I enter 3. User is asking me to enter 3 items. I can enter integer, I can enter string, or it can be a mix of string or integer, float, whatever, right? So I've entered 3 items. Those 3 items were appended to food list, and then it is returned and assigned to this food. And here in the main function they are displayed using this for loop. Here you created a list in the function, right? There's one more way. Here the game is through the return statement. Can you see it? This program also explains how to return a list through a function. But here what we are doing, that we are asking the user to enter a name and 2 subject marks, right? We are not creating a list at all. But while returning, we are sending to the main function the items which were entered by the user enclosed in the square bracket. And whatever is enclosed in the square bracket is nothing but a list, right? So this is a very simple program. You are invoking the mark list function, and whatever this function returns will be assigned to this student variable. Control will jump to the mark list. It is asking you to enter a name. Suppose I enter my name Bintu. That will be assigned to this name variable. On the screen you get message, enter 2 subject marks. Suppose I enter 70. 70 will be converted into the integer and will be assigned to the sub1 variable. Next value, suppose I enter 80. Again that value 80, which was in string format, is typecasted into integer and assigned to this variable sub2. Returning to the main function, enclosing Bintu and 2 subject marks in the form of a string enclosed in square bracket, and will be assigned to this student. So student is a list now. To confirm it, see, I am displaying details of the student is, I am displaying the list by specifying its name. And all the 3 items will appear enclosed in square bracket to confirm that the function has returned a list only. And this method of displaying list element we've already seen using the for loop with in keyword, right? So all the list elements one by one will be assigned to the variable n and will be displayed. So let's copy this program. So what I mean to say, return also plays a major role in converting the data in the format to be sent to the main function. I'm running this. It is asking me to enter a name. I enter my name into enter 2 student marks. I can enter anything. I have entered 70 and 80. See, this confirms that this is a list. See, you displayed the list items by specifying the list name, right? So you get all the list items enclosed in the square bracket, and these items are displayed using the for loop. Now let us understand how to pass a dictionary to a function. Recall that the dictionary is a combination of key value pair. It is also known as associative array. In some languages, it is also known as hash table. So every key has a value. See, in normal array, the index locations are integers. The subscript is always an integer, right? But in dictionary, the index can be a string also. I'll explain you how. This is a dictionary. Food dict. In pizza key value, this is key and this value. In pizza key value, you are assigning the value 60. In burger key value, you are assigning the value 20. That means this food dict, instead of 0 as an index location, pizza is a index location. In food dict pizza, you are entering the value 60. In food dict burger is again an index location, right? You are entering the value 20. Or in simple word, you can call them key values, right? This is a key, this is a value, this is a key, this is a value, right? So this is a dictionary having 3 key value pairs. You are invoking disp items function and carrying the food dict as an argument. This food dict argument will be assigned to this foodie parameter. So foodie is nothing but a dictionary again. On the screen you get a message food items and price list is, and this is a for loop. In the lecture 12 we've seen that when you invoke items method, one key value pair from the dictionary is accessed and assigned to the variable on the left. So first key value pair is pizza and 60. It will be assigned to this food and value variables. These variables can be anything, right? And on the screen you get a message price of pizza is 60. In the next iteration, again the next items. What is items? It's a key value combination. So the next item will get you the burger and 20, which will be assigned to this food value variables, and this print will display price of burger is 20, and in the next iteration you get the output price of hot dog is 15, right? So this is how to pass a dictionary to a function. Let's run this also. See, all the 3 lines have displays. Price of pizza is 60, price of burger is 20 and on. Now how to return a dictionary from a function? Very simple program. See, you are invoking return food function, and whatever that function returns will be assigned to this food dict variable. In return food, what you are doing? You are invoking the dict constructor. What it will do? It will create an empty dictionary. So food items has become the empty dictionary, right? You are saying that to food items, the index location is pizza, right? So in the pizza key, you are assigning the value 60. In the next key, that is burger, food items burger. Burger is an index location. So food items burger value is 20. So burger is key and the value is 20, right? So this dictionary has 2 key value pairs, right? You are returning food items dictionary, and that will be assigned to this food dict dictionary in the main function. Through this print statement, you get a message food items and price list is, and this is just we seen. Using the items function, will get 1 key value pair, will be assigned to the 2 variables on the left, and you're displaying it. So on the string you get a output that price of pizza is 60, price of burger is 20, right? So let us run this program also. I copied it. See, price of pizza is 60, price of burger is 20. Now we want to understand how to pass a list and get in return the dictionary from a function. That is, we have a list which has certain words, right? And this is a very common question asked in the interviews, that there's a list having certain words. You display what word is repeated how many number of times. That is, you have to display the frequency of every word. For example, this list has certain names: John, Kelly, Caroline, Paula, Kelly, Paula. And what we want the output? John has repeated once, Kelly has repeated twice, Caroline has appeared once. So you want every word with a value, that how many times that word has repeated, right? It's a very frequently asked question, right? So we'll be sending a list and the function will return a dictionary which will be having the word as a key and how many times it is repeated, that is its frequency in the form of a value. Okay, so we'll start from the main function. This is a list which is assigned to this names list. You are invoking this find freq function and you are passing this names list carrying these words, right? So this names list argument will be assigned to this list names parameter. So list names has all these names, right? Through curly braces you are creating an empty dictionary. You are using a for loop with the list name. So all these names will be one by one will be assigned to this variable n. So in the first iteration, this name variable will get the list item John. In this if statement, you are checking whether the John is there in the dictionary. No, the dictionary is empty. Had it been there, this if block will be executed. Otherwise, this else block will be executed. But because the John is not there in the dictionary, else block will be executed. Dict John equal to 1. This is I wanted to tell you that this is a dictionary where the John, this is the index location. In usual arrays, the index location is always an integer. In dictionary, the index location is string. And this is the value in that array. So in dict John, this is a key. You assign the value 1, right? Again, the for loop will be executed. The next list item will be assigned to the variable n. Does this Kelly exist in the dictionary? No. Control will come over here. Dict Kelly, that is in the index location Kelly, one value should be assigned. So see, dict Kelly is assigned the value 1. Okay. Next list item is Caroline. Does it exist? No. So dict Caroline is equal to 1 is assigned. Paula will be assigned value 1. So the 4 keys, John, Kelly, Caroline and Paula are assigned value 1, right? In the next iteration, Kelly will be assigned to this name variable. Does Kelly exist in dictionary? Yes. So control will go into this if statement. The value of the dict Kelly has to be incremented by 1. The value of dict Kelly is 1. It will become 2, right? Next value is Paula. Does Paula exist in dictionary? Yes. So add the value 1 to dict Paula. So the value in the dict Paula index location will be incremented by 1. After that, the list items will get over. By this statement, this dictionary will be returned back to the main function, which will be assigned to this freq dict variable. On the screen, you get the message names and their frequency is. By items method, you get one key value pair, that is your John and 1, which will be assigned to this name and freq variable. John has occurred 1 times. In the next iteration, items method will retrieve this Kelly and 2, which will be assigned to these 2 variables. Name and freq, again Kelly has occurred 2 times. So this way all the items in the dictionary are accessed and displayed on the screen. Let's run this. See, John has occurred 1 times, Kelly has occurred 2 times, and this is a very important question. It is very frequently asked. This is 15H lecture, that is 8th lecture of functions. See, let me tell you that functions is a very huge topic in Python. So there are in all 9 lectures. In the 15A lecture, we learn how to pass positional arguments to function. In the 15B lecture, we learn how to find out whether a string is parent or not. In the 15C, we learn how to print Fibonacci numbers. So these are all lectures of functions in Python. This is 15H, where we learn how to pass and return tuple, list and dictionary from the functions, right? So I expect that you've seen all the lectures to understand the functions very well, okay? If you have understood this lecture, please subscribe to my channel, share the video with your friends and do write your comments. Thanks for watching the video. Have a nice day.